For fuck's sake, I'm such a fucking retard. I just fucking made the video. This is like the fucking 5th time I tried to make this video now. I showed my fucking card, my bank card, on camera, and I ain't fucking editing this shit because it's long, and I only wanted to do it on a whim just so I can contemplate some shit anyway. So for fuck's sake. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna do this properly. I gotta get this duped out first anyway. So, right, if you found this video somehow, then maybe it's on the podcast, maybe it's just the audio. If that's the case, then welcome, welcome. This should be of decent quality, to be fair, but I just don't think I'm gonna put it on the main channel. So, anyway, right. Man's here. Essentially, right. 1, 2, 3 step. What is the exact action that you can take to fulfill your goals? Alright, if anyone's been following me, the other video I made like at the end of August called end of August 2022, I made a video called Miscommunication, Vision, Updates, Psychedelics and more, or some shit like that. 25-minute video where I just had a ramble and I got quite good feedback from it, so thank you. I was not expecting that, but right. I was alluding to how I need to embody my teachings, but it's like when Jordan Peterson got addicted to stuff. You can see how people get salty about a guru whose life is not together. And then that gets into questions of whether or not my teachings have any value if I don't embody them. But besides from that, something that just hit me then, just why I stopped talking, is look. I heard a video say, I don't know what the channel is. I heard a random video say, I don't know if I rate this guy's philosophy or who the fuck he even is. If I could find him quickly, then I would show him. Oh, here he is. He's called Beyond Thought, right? So I only watched like one video of his. He has like a spiritual, you know how there's bare channels that talk about non-duality, and they all start the video like, it's like they yeah. Alright, so if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. But anyway, this channel, for fuck's sake, where's the display? I need to move myself. Beyond Thought. Yeah, what did he say? Right, he said spiritual awakening begins when you recognise that there's something deeply wrong, basically, with your beliefs, your life, and your behaviour, kind of. And it's not awakening for me, or maybe it is ultimately awakening. But I thought, hey, that's a good way to frame it. And then since he said that, I basically have affirmed this in my life, and this is why I'm here now. Deep change comes from the recognition that you are not the bollocks. But you could be. That's my favourite quote. Alright, so tell you what, I'm gonna be here for a minute. Oh, for a fucking hot minute. So I'm gonna get this going, and I'm gonna do an actual fucking contemplation, regardless if you're gonna stick with me or not. And I'm gonna list down what the fuck are my goals, or maybe my values, or what the fuck. So what the fuck have we got here? Text. Right. Create new. Text. Right. Do I okay. Deep change comes from the That is my favourite quote. Alright, I need to fucking spell check this, so bear with me. That's how I spell check. My way of using computers is fragmented only because I can't spell and shit a lot of the time. So I have to like jump from Google and shit. And because I often like creating with what I know and I just don't like learning. Cause usually you're down for it. Where the fuck is this? Oh, that's Bear Small. I feel very lean. Why am I wasting so much time on this fucking text, man? Deep change comes from the recognition that you are not the bollocks, but you could be. Right, so... Alright, so I need to mobilise myself in order to actually do this, because I've got a fucking zoot on the go, my desk is a mess, and this is what I was saying, the deep recognition that you are not the bollocks. And what I mean by that, if you're not British, is basically, if I observe my behaviour, and it's obvious anyway, because recently I've been depressed, well, when I say recently, it's been like about 4-month period. Right now I've seemed to have slowly overcome it. There wasn't no decision where I just overcome it. It's just I grew over time, and now I just don't really fuck with depression. I hope not. That shit is so long. Like, I don't even have the energy to be depressed. That's the thing. I just can't be fucked to be a victim. It's just fucking... Oh, I'm depressed, bro. Like, just feeling sorry for yourself. I just can't be fucked with it no more, you know what I mean? When I think about what I could be, it's not a selfish motive. It's a fulfilling motive. What I could be. Why should I be concerned about people calling me selfish for being concerned about fulfilling my own potential? Who's taught me that? So, I've got a very small amount of time in this place. That is really what it is, isn't it? Because everything drifts off into the night. Into the silent night. Where did it all go? Don't answer. You'll spoil the mystery. So what do you want to do with your time? Because if it means nothing, then that's a good thing. Because it all just leave. I said to my mate, so you could kill yourself. I said, but you might just wake up instantly and reincarnate as some fucking fucked situation, like 2,000 years ago. You're like on a fucking ship or some shit in the cold, getting like raped by pirates. I said, I'd rather stay in this life. I said, that's something I've thought about for a while. It's like, look, this life, for the most part, in us in the first world, you say you're depressed, but it's not that bad, mate. It's a lot more comfortable than what you could have. So you might go, oh, fuck this. And then you'll wake up in some dark chamber, chained up, like hanging by your wrist. Because if that's the... Watch the radical implications of oneness by Actualized is a good example of what I'm going on about. So yeah, that's what it is really. Look, show you a clip from my story. As I keep referencing Actualize, I'll show you a little clip. Right, I've turned the audio up.
Bye.
Oh, here he is already.
Buy into the idea that you want to live your life big. It's kind of like an all or nothing thing. If you half-ass your life, you're gonna get a mediocre life. I hope you realize that.
Check out the Spotify, bro. Come on. So yeah, it's like I feel like there needs to be a lot more conscious intent, because people just run around going, I'm gonna get rich, but they don't reflect and go, right. Because deep change is where it's at. That's what I've been realising, is deep change. And to be fair, I have been making deep changes. I didn't realise it, but I have been. I'll definitely be changing. I had to say, I was off the rails, bro. It's not the same now. My depression is a lot calmer. I was fucked. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I hated my job. My job was bare polluted with like exhaust fumes, so that could have been literally it, because I was stressing about that every day, and I could imagine that would make me feel awful, man. Having stress on you like 8 hours a day, because half the air you're breathing in is like warm, hydraulics, diesel. So look, do I want that shit? Because it wasn't that long ago I was asking to go back to the bin man job, mate. Being a bin man for £9 an hour, bro. Everyone in this place is fucking ill. And when I look around at these people driving lorries about for a living, I go, are you seriously, is this what society is fucking selling me? I know I'm not the bollocks here, because I understand how I'm on here going blah blah blah, but anyone who actually knows me in real life goes, what you on about, bro? In a sense, like I know my family do, because I'm here being the Messiah complex, trying to save the world and shit. People don't really like it. It depends who they are though, like... Fuck me, mate, I could do what I want. Like... You don't really know what this is. I spent 100,000 light years on this. You don't really know what it is. I spent 100,000 light years on this. I'll be 100,000. Woo! I'll be. Yeah. So it's deep really, because it's like I can't be fucked, man. I had a breakdown. Yeah. Let me tell you a story. There's a deep story that goes into the personal development shit, and I feel like this, maybe some people can relate to this. I feel like I still suffer from it. Hopefully I'm not cursed forever, but it's been a long time. It's been a good probably 3 getting on 4 years since this happened. So I was smoking some weed with tobacco mixed in the bin shed with my mate, and there's a tendency for weed to give me a psychotic break. Kind of. Not these days. I feel like it was the tobacco kind of a lot. I know that sounds stupid. Anyway, I used to always not be able to handle weed. I had a crazy whitey story. I should tell that. But anyway, I was smoking weed, and I broke down crying with my friend. Because I said I'm scared I'm gonna fuck my life up because I can't be fucked. Like, I'm so lazy that I'm gonna fail. And that was basically the case. Like, that's how I felt. And I think I discovered at one point that that was the weed, because I quit for 6 months, and for the most part I was like, for the first like 4 months probably I was sound. The last 2 months I got like very depressed and becoming very lazy. So who's to say if it was really ultimately the weed? So if I were to make a video about it back then, I would have said, I've quit weed, it's made my life so much better. Oh, I thought I was lazy, but it was just the weed. But then I got fucked anyway, even when I was sober for a long period of time. So the conclusion to that, a bit of a sidetrack, is just use substances when you need that different state of mind. If you're looking for a shift, if your thoughts are too solid, if you're having a shit time, or whatever, you need a bit of a switch up, take a bit of a substance, a natural substance or whatever. Expand your mind or whatever, you know, smoke a joint, take some mushrooms. I'm not literally telling you to do that, obviously. It's like and it's only if you're on my wavelength, so don't think I'm literally telling you to take mushrooms. It's on your own back. I'm not telling you to do anything. Okay, this shit is dangerous potentially. And they are illegal in most places. I just feel like I have to issue that shit because, you know. Oh, I got some dark chocolate here. That's quite nice. But yeah, it's like you can't half-ass your life. So that's why basically, I don't know if I showed you, I was taking this course to learn the crypto, and I went, right, if I'm actually gonna fucking willingly do this shit and learn the crypto and sort my money situation out, then let's fucking do it. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna clean my fucking desk up, I'm gonna get some fucking books and notepads and shit, and I'm gonna actively find the best courses and do those and invest money and time and read and see if I can literally just try my best to just extract the information from the screen to my brain. Because as a fucking adrift geezer, right, I don't know who most of you are, right, but this is what I mean is when I say I'm at square one in terms of I'm a Gen Z geese. I used to be a bit of a road man when I was a few years younger, or I thought I was. Smoking weed most of the time, like, I'm scared of maths. I'm so shit at maths. If anyone asks a maths question, I'm literally like, I'm out of here, bro. Immediately. That's just irrelevant, but that's one thing. I can barely take care of myself. I could be a lot better. I don't know if I want to like just start listing loads of shit, but I could. I could for a minute. It's not an egoic thing. It's just objectively. So my health is pretty wank. Like for the past few days, I've eaten like mostly like processed food, which is not like me at all. Speaking of which, I got some dark chocolate. Should I do an ASMR, or do you hate that? I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, I'm just eating dark chocolate. Allow me. I gotta eat, bro. Fuck off if you want. No, I'll do. Right. I'm sorry for being long. So look, my room's fucked. I showed you. It's a tip. If you can't see the screen, then sorry. The house is fucked. It's a tip. I've repeated what I was saying about deep change comes from the recognition that you are not the bollocks, but you could be. Is if I observe my behaviour over a long period of time, it's very clear that I'm dysfunctional. And ask yourself that question right now, literally. So ask yourself, if you observe your behaviour recently, just objectively, even if you think you are depressed or whatever, would you say that your behaviour consistently gets you in a place that you do not really want to be? And it seems like you've almost, like, you know, it's kind of been this way for a bit now. But you recognise that it's like your own behaviour that could, because you've created your own life, and if you can't recognise that, and this is what me and Ollie are saying, it's like if you can't recognise that you've constructed everything, it's your fault, you can't really be a victim, because you've made the decisions that got you here, and everyone half-asses their life. And that's what Actualize asked me. I thought I was on the personal development, but I think it was at one point when he asked me, like, are you really giving it 100%? And I was like, well, I don't know, not really. I'm probably really giving it, like, yeah, 20%, literally, or literally 1 fucking percent. And that's the truth for a lot of people. You think you're giving it your all, but you're not really, and you know you're not really. No one does. So why not? Because you know if you could instantaneously cut all of the bullshit out right now, and you know it's your psychology that keeps you trapped, you know if you could do that shit, then you'd be the bollocks. So why can't you just do it? If everyone could just do it instantly, then everyone would do it. But that's not really the case. It's a struggle. It's a finite world. It's a sandbox. Use your finite materials and resources and environment and whatever you can to get to the top. It's a game. You're literally running around as an avatar, like, and when it's a game and when it's meaningless, it's like, right, what do you want to do? Because this ain't gonna last forever. It's not gonna last very fucking long. So what the fuck are we gonna do? And this is why I'm saying we want to do something deeper. But look, it's gonna be a bit of a lengthy process, I can't lie on my channel. But look, I know I'm interested in the monies, I need the monies, that's for sure, but I'm not blind, because a lot of these geezers who are out here looking for peas do not recognise the holistic picture of success. Oh, I thought I fucked it then. They don't recognise the holistic picture of success. They just go chasing the fucking cheese, chasing the monies, which is all good, but then you get to the spiritual void. Some of you do, eventually. And you realise there's nothing to buy. Not really. I know what you mean. Money's great. Look, getting rich is clearly higher up in the evolution to being broke, because I saw this short, I don't know who it was, but he worded it beautifully. It was like, look, money maybe doesn't buy happiness, but it's certainly better to be rich than it is to be poor, because to be poor is to have your options limited. When you're rich, you unlock time. You basically unlock society, and, you know, money is like some of the most powerful shit ever. So that's what I was thinking about when I was on about quitting weed. It's like, this shit can make a man do so much, and men have constructed everything around us, or not, you know, not men or whatever the fuck, I don't care. I'm just saying, mankind. Therefore, with enough money, bro, you're literally the bollocks. So why would I go to work, especially, this is the thing, I've been complaining, my first video was my wage slave awakening, that was 9 months ago, and I since then, for the most part, I've been buying and smoking weed. Actually, I did quit for 6 months, but the point is, why would I go to my wage slave job that I'm complaining about? And then I put energy into my job to earn money, and then I put energy into running around to put the money into the weed. That I put the energy into the weed to smoke. You see, I'm just like is that not it? Is that not literally the flaw right there? Basically, like, I mean, in terms of like, it's just so stupid, and this is why I'm here with a fucking book and a pen, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clear my fucking desk up, and I'm gonna dissect this shit, because I've had enough of being a long guy. So I'm literally gonna write my fucking goals down, and I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna write down, right, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because I need to figure out what exactly I need to do, and basically I need to do that like as soon as possible. I know what I need to do in the sense, like I need to do yoga and stuff a lot more, but that's it. I'm gonna write down right now on some fucking paper, mate, and I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna fucking hear myself aloud, and I'm gonna do research. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I feel like I could potentially do this for quite a while today, so I guess we'll fucking find out. But yeah, all right. I need the toilet. Alright, so I got to make sure I don't fuck about and waste a lot of time here either, because I ain't really got fucking loads of time to waste. I do want to do this, but if I'm going to do it, I got to do it basically properly. So alright, give me a second, I need to sort this shit out a bit. I can't have, this is the thing, it's like I'm always reaching over loads of shit eventually on my desk, and it's so stupid. Like, none of this shit needs to fucking be here. Right, it doesn't need to be too mad. I don't need to fucking... I don't want to record for like 5 hours, so... That's pretty fucked though. I don't want loads of fucking shit all over my map. Fuck's sake, I'm such a messy cunt. And that's what I mean, it just like, it feels like it just happens to me. And I know that sounds like I'm being a victim, and I don't want to be a victim, but it's like, that's what I'm on about. It's like, that's exactly what I was saying. It's like, you can't seem to just like, it just keeps happening. And they were like, alright, and this is what I was saying basically, is, in short, is I was saying, right, considering that these destructive, very destructive, bad behaviours that I despise keep leading me to the worst places for fucking months and for years, then clearly there must be some sort of paradigm shift that I need to undertake, in a sense. That's basically what I've been realising, and it's been a while. It's like, if you observe your behaviour over a long time span and realise that you consistently keep getting yourself into places that you don't want to get, as in sabotage your future self, instant gratification, sort of shit like that, well, it's just like, look, if that keeps happening and it's deep and it's literally crushing you like depression shit, then clearly your operating system is twisted. There's something wrong, so you need to pull it apart and dissect it and look into ways to upgrade your BIOS and your operating system and the whole shebang. You need a fucking reset, or maybe not. That's what I mean. I don't want to fix the surface level, like people running around looking for money in that. I do understand how it's a bit deeper than just money, and that's why I feel like I'm slower with shit. Like, it comes together eventually. But look, right, give me 1 second. Right, I need to get rid of this. usually get down for it. You're giving me the coldest stare, like you don't even know I'm here. Why don't you talk to me? We don't need to love. Why don't we tend to leave? Alright, am I actually fucking doing this then? Fuck's sake, this shit is so long. I've had enough of sitting at this desk like this. I just need to do some meditation, man. Like, I already know what I need to do. So is that the thing? Should I just stop analysis paralysis and just fucking do it? But what do I need to do? I need to clean the house and I need to meditate. So if I'd done those two things, I'd be happy today. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, I need to go to the shop. That's one important thing that I do. So that's the thing. So why would I sit here and then like decide to dissect shit with a book when I know what I need to do? Basically, I need to go over the road to the shop and get some oil, and then I need to come back. I need to clean the house up. I need to sort my hygiene out this morning because I haven't done an awful lot. I need to do yoga. So I have a list of stuff I need to do. So why the fuck am I sat here with this book to dissect exactly what I want to do? Okay, well I'll tell you what I want to do, the first goal, I don't want to get rich, because that was my first goal a minute ago. Number one, get rich. That's not number one, is it, for fuck's sake? Look at my room. Look at my trim. Look at, I don't really mind my trim, but I know people would say that. Look at my posture. I know, I'm not going to show you. It's not that bad, but look at my diet. Look at my money situation. Look at my browsing history. Look at my job. Did I say financial situation? Look at my relationships, my family life recently. Look at my mental health. Look at my behaviour. Look at my hygiene. Is it really that bad? I am failing in many areas. Why? Because I'm simply not taking action. So I'll tell you what is powerful, right? The concept that I've made here is basically what I want to do. So what is this? If you can't tell, basically I'm at square one. I've got everything, but I'm just a typical first world cunt who takes everything for granted. And my mental state is basically nothing. I've just been given most of this shit. I have had like a full-time job for 4 years. I'm 19, but what I'm saying is, no one knows how to do anything in this day and age, and most people, even if we have some shit, like I barely have any of this shit. I almost lost a lot of it recently because of my behaviour, kind of. And look, anyone who knows me, we're just typical geezers growing up on the streets of Oxfordshire in the UK. Most of us ain't really got shit. Most of us have just got whatever in school, you know, and then we go off and start working in fast food or at some boring, and that happens to basically everyone. And we're all, for the most part, like the same. The most man you see on the street that's in typical, basically, poverty, because most men are pretty fucking skint. See, I don't want to have to turn my camera like that and hide that my room's a fucking mess, and you can still see it. But look, it's basically just saying no to mediocrity. It's the recognition you need to change. You're at square zero basically because your behaviour is so minimal, so pathetic, path of least resistance. You're so tied up that you just feel absolutely screwed up, bro. And you know what I mean? Just because it looks like you have shit, and you do have shit, you just need to be grateful for it and recognize it. But you, on the other end of that, it doesn't mean you have anything. I mean, that's such a shit thing to say. I just need to be so more grateful. But look, anyway, I was going to sit here and go get rich. Yoga. Bang. Bang. But what I actually probably need to do is the fucking basics. So am I going to write down what the basics are? Well, I know what the fucking basics are. Because the basics are the basics. Everyone knows what the fucking basics are. I'm barely doing the basics. And if I'm barely doing the basics, like I'm creating on YouTube, but everything else is fucked. My routine is fucked. I can't live like this. It's not right. I get up yesterday and I sat at this computer all day. Didn't do no yoga, went to bed. Got up immediately, back here. Another 2 suits. Yesterday, sat here, smoked a million zoots. Alright, look. So, I'm just going to write here, today, here I am. Here I am at square basically 0. Today, in this book, man's going to write number 1. I'm going to, no, right, let me start again. There's going to be a snippet. Today, I've had enough of being a Jeffrey, of having a shit fucking loser life, of getting mediocre results. I want to be a fucking self-actualized superhuman. So, here we go. Here's the fucking step from being a loser to being epic. Here we go. So today I write in this book goals at the top, and I'm gonna write goals and things, and I'm gonna update you on the nature of these goals from square one, and then when I fulfill them, I'm just gonna check them, and I'm gonna go from A to B for my whole life. So basically, this list is gonna stay with me for the rest of my human existence. So when I write goals at the top of this page, this is going to be some sacred shit. Goals. Okay. I could have made that look a bit epicer. But anyway. 1. Why did I do A, bro? I literally had the word master in my head. Oh, I could do that. Master the goal number 1. Master the basics. And here's gonna be a fucking checkbox. And by that I mean clean my room, sort my hygiene, get a job, sort my money, sort my posture, sort my health. The basics is what I need to focus on. Why am I watching Actualize talking about the fucking Conscious Politics part 3, 3 hours long? Why would I listen to that? Why am I not listening to, why do I have to listen to Jordan Peterson? All I have to do is literally, all the answers are literally in front of you, bro, so you don't even need any of this fucking shit to try and fix your life. It's so dumb. It's literally all in front of you. So what you need to do, if you're having struggles, mate, like everyone is in the personal development shit, but if you're like actually depressed and you've been on it for ages and you're literally like, fuck's sake, am I gonna make it successful? I need to, because I can't have my soul be crushed by this stupid game. That's how I feel, and I'm on the verge of, I don't know if I'm going to throw my life away or not, and I hope I don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if I get to the end and I'm not who I could have been, and I don't want that to be the case. Like, I'll let it go ultimately. I ain't that neurotic, but I want to do shit while I'm here, and I'll be disappointed if I don't. fuck me, I could do so much shit. Why wouldn't I? In the end, it doesn't matter because it fades out and I'll let it go. But it would be a disappointment to not have it be a lot more than it could, because it could be a lot more than it is right now, and you know that as well. You're running at 0%. I'm running at 0% for the most part. Like, you might think that you're running it, but if you really ask yourself, you really know you ain't. And if you ask other people and mix perspectives, soon you'll find out a few things that you didn't realise. Especially if you take mushrooms. Right. So that's it. Number 1, master the basics. That's a big goal. So, master the fucking basics. You know, I might make videos about each one of these goals. I might make like an actual thing and just go down it and just master each goal. But that's what I mean. How exactly do I master the basics? It's very simple. I need to clean my room. Because there's a list of stuff that actually puts pressure on you. And when I was at the peak of my depression, I ended up listing all of my problems. Maybe that's why I haven't been so depressed recently, because my money situation has not been so bad. But the reason I listed all my problems is because I was so depressed for so long. Then I was like, right. I was driving and I just listed all of them and I was like, well, no wonder I'm depressed. I have so many fucking problems. So I think almost the way to go about it is, what if you literally just launch an operation and a heist to dissect the self? I wonder if you could do that, to know the self deeper and deeper and deeper. But is it really the self? It's not just the self, it's just to master reality. So how could you really go about doing that? And that's basically what I've come up with within this video. So, I mean, it's not, I've just written goals, but it's deeper because I've kind of gone meta on what it means to have goals. And what if you could literally just, you know, you connect all of the dots and you literally build a vision, and you have books and you have operations and you have routines and methods of research to literally build yourself. All sorts of physical practices, but it requires a lot of discipline. Okay, so master the basics. That's what I need to do. I'm going to write some bullet points underneath that. I'm just going to put discipline. Discipline. Focus. Discipline, focus, I've put under that. So that's it. I got to master the basics now, really. So that's it. I don't know. It's basically like a conscious looking. I feel like I've got a better picture of it actually. It's like, and that's the power of journaling. But I encourage you when you're journaling to think outside the box, and that's what this has done. Because if I journal at the same time as writing it down, I feel like maybe actually I could think of some more powerful ways of going about doing it. Because the meaning in it would be more expansive probably, or in more dimensions. Anyway, so is that all I really am gonna write? That's what I mean. That's what I was saying. I was gonna get rich, but bro, yeah, I want to get rich, but I ain't gonna get rich if my life is fucked. Like, I do have stuff I need to do, and I'm slacking in quite a few areas, so I better just fucking go and get them done instead of sitting here like a dickhead wasting time. Because I know I'm wasting time, because I sit here and I'll contemplate what I need to do, but what I won't do is what I actually know I need to do. So I will do the contemplation to figure out what I need to do, but when I know what I need to do, I won't do that. Because I do know what I need to do. One thing that I know I need to do is yoga, because my posture is getting fucked and more and more and more. So if I don't sort it out, I'm going to be a cripple, and I really hope that's not my fate. Anyway, that's that. I gotta go sort some shit out now anyway. So anyway, master the basics. Should I quickly just write what the basics are for me right now? Like, what is on my to-do? Okay, right, so let's just do, right, to do list 1 on the 1st of September. To-do list number 1, right. Two-stroke oil. I need to get two-stroke oil for my moped. I need to, but you might think it's stupid me sat here writing this down, but it's like when you're depressed you can't even see half of the world, it feels like, and it's not stupid. Maybe it will actually work, we'll see. Some people don't need this shit. I mean, I don't know, I feel like it's good to break down your life like that. It probably is quite good. Because it's just like, I recognise that I have so many problems, but I don't need to. So why the fuck I live this way is confusing to me, and everyone else around me basically lives the fucking same. Everyone just gets mediocre results, and I don't want to do that, so that's why I'm trying to escape. Right, I need to get two-stroke oil from my ped. I need to clean. I need to clean the flat. I need to brush my teeth. Because I've been slacking on even brushing my teeth, bro. It's the weed, man. I didn't used to do this. It's horrible. I looked at them and I was like, bro, they're literally fucking yellow. I was like, I can't have yellow teeth. I did not used to be this way. I think it's just I've been doing too many. Oh, it's not the weed. It's just me. I know how fucking shit that is, but it's okay. I can save them. It's not that bad. But you do notice it if you stop doing your teeth a bit. Because I just crash and go to bed because I just smoke tremendous amounts of weed now. Right, I need to brush my teeth. I need to get in the shower definitely. So I've not got in the shower for a hot minute. Shower. Meditate. Meditate. Yoga. That's essential. I need to do that immediately, like, because my back is just getting so fucked the more I leave it. It's been months, man. I say this and then in 3 months I'm still sat in this chair and it just gets worse. People around me noticing. It's like that fucking skyphosis fucking hunchback looking shit. It's not that bad, it's like an insecurity. I think I see it way more than other people do. I don't think it's really that bad, but it will get bad if I don't fucking get up, because that's the thing, if you don't get up, the default is inaction, and then you turn into an NPC, bro. You turn into everyone else, you look at everyone, everyone's fucked, everyone's posture's fucked, everyone's fat, everyone's fucking looks ill. You'll just be another fucking synthetic being in a society of NPCs. You don't want to be that, bro. You want to be a fucking master shaman in the fucking healthy forest. Meditate, yoga. Is that the basics? Well, I need to just sort your fucking shit out. Just sort your fucking shit out, you cunt. Just sort your fucking shit out, you cunt. That'll do. Oh, it changed both of them? What the fuck? Just sort your fucking shit out, you cunt. That is literally all you have to do. That is the #1 piece of advice I can give to everyone listening. Just sort your fucking shit out, you cunt. That is the main lesson today. So better underline that one. Put that on the Instagram. It's wise. Can't let such a wise anecdote slip. Just sort your fucking shit out, you cunt.
I cannot listen to their music because it's very boring. And when it comes to talking shoes,
You know I'm going all in.
Once upon a time.
I'm investing all my money. I'm investing all my powers. I work a lot. That's why I meditate for hours. Alright, that's it. Yep, so that was that. I don't know what the fuck that video was, but yeah. The basics. That's it. Number one. Right. It's literally... Before you even master the basics, that's literally what it is, isn't it? It's just master the basics. You literally have to work your way up. That is it. That is a good fucking point. You must work your way up. Right, I can't write on that. Right. You must work your way up. Start from level 1. Literally, it's no fucking good being an awakened geezer when you ain't got no fucking wood and you ain't got no water and you ain't got no food and you ain't got no crew. You know in your brain, unless you're just thick as fuck, the basics. Do you agree? Do you understand that when you're born into this matrix, right, obviously you're going to have to get the food and that, and then it just goes up from there. It builds up, and everything else is a luxury. So us people these days, with our complacency in the first world, think that we can have the luxuries, and we try and skip the work, because you can do that, because people just give it to you. But that's not how it's meant to be. You need to do the foundations, and slowly get what you want, and earn it. And when that's the case, you don't fuck up the way we do, probably. Which is an interesting take on complacency in the first world. But it's fucking... Your house of cards will not be stable with weak foundations. The foundations need to be the strongest. So therefore, your routine needs to be the strongest. That's it. The foundation. What's the foundations of your life? Well, it depends how you define it. I used to say the foundations of your life is thoughts, you know. Some people claim that they are non-dual and they don't have to think or whatever the fuck. But I guess the foundations of your life is your routine, your environment, your people, your family, your immediate surroundings, your mental health, your physical health. And that's the basics, right? Therefore... Oh my god. That's the bin man that I was on about. My bin job. I hate that job, bro. That job is so wank. Okay. So that's it, right? So that, yeah, so the foundations need to be the strongest, because in order to build anything on it, you need the. If you use your intuition, does your intuition not tell you? You need strong foundations, and it's not just one of them weird metaphors. It is literally the case in your life that if you don't have strong foundations, and there are foundations to your life basically, because you need certain shit, you know. And that's why I advocate health so much, the deeper ramifications of health, which I haven't actually made a video about yet, which is surprising. That's it. Therefore, if you don't even have stable foundations, so my room is so what stable foundations do I not have? So I don't have an infrastructure for success. Watch actualize.org's video on that, because it's very interesting. Talks about how you can install things around you in order to help you gain what you want, which is again seeing how life is a game, and you manipulate your resources to have the fulfilling journey of the actualized life. So my room is fucked. I'm often reaching over things, spilling drinks, knocking over ashtrays. Not a good environment. Even the cycle of washing is not good. I'll show you around my room. So this is what I'm saying, right? So but the reason I'm telling you this is because look, if the foundations of your life aren't good, then you're probably not going to be afloat, because you need foundations to stand on. So it's really simple, and this is what I say, it's like, the only reason you have any problems in your life, or depression, is because you're not educated, you don't understand what's going on, and your psychology sucks. Why am I depressed by actualize.org? Sorry. I know, I'm literally just... This is why people think that place is a cult. But I'm just plugging shit. Maybe I should not do it so much. This water... You know, you're drinking gallons of this shit a day. You need to upgrade your water quality. Sometimes I buy marijuana and I go, oh well, it's just a bit of marijuana. And then I go, oh yeah, I was trying to get a water distiller, weren't I? I'm never going to get a water distiller if I keep investing in this stupid shit. So there's so many things you can upgrade. More foundations in my life. Just my general health, my diet is not very great. My posture and stuff, like I say, my physical health is dying. And it's not like I'm not complaining and being a victim. I'm just saying these are the foundations. And therefore, if I get the foundations in order, that's all I need to do. And it pisses me off how ignorant I was when I was depressed, like, and I still am for the most part depressed. It's just because it's because you don't want to think about the solution, because you can't be fucked basically. But you can be fucked, it's just you're being long, because when you can be fucked, you're like, why was I being such a dickhead back then? Now I need to deal with my past self. Okay. Right. So I want longevity, therefore I can build more powerful material to see if I can really ripple through space-time in terms of, I want to see if I can actually make change. I don't know what that means, and it hasn't got to be like, literally, I don't want to be famous, I just want to make like sick shit. And I want to work with people to just make people happy, in like, I want a community sort of shit. I want to show people what's possible, like, I want to see if I could just leave society, or some weird shit, like, I don't know what's possible out here, but I mean, I ain't fucking around. around these ends. So I want to push the barriers and ask questions and see if I can weasel my way out of the Matrix, and if I can demonstrate how to do so. Like, what if I just find an escape plan? I don't know. Because I could, and then I could propose exactly how you could go about doing that. It's just I don't know who's crazy enough to do that shit. Alright. You must work your way up. Start. Start from level 1. Alright. That's it, yeah, and then the money, and there's loads of things I could say, but that's it. I think I've said, for the most part, I think that's decent. We've gone over an hour now. Basically said what I want to say. Other than that, I think that'll do. This might be an exclusive on the podcast, maybe, but don't really matter. But yeah, thanks for listening, gamers, and I'll see you soon. And follow the links in the description if you want to change your life, and if you want to follow me and help me create my vision, and I'll help you with literally, if anyone proposes anything to do with the spirituality, we can collab on some shit. I'm up for it, man. If we can make an idea worth having, even just having conversations, man, it's all worth having. I enjoy it. But yeah, let's go. I'm slow right now, just doing these podcast weird shit, but look, it will take off soon. Thank you. Goodbye.